Wow, I have never seen worse timing in my life to release a game on Roblox. There's been a lot of people that have been very upset and angry about what's been going on for the past day or so on Roblox Twitter. It involves Roblox game developers making games that might correlate with the current ongoing pandemic in the world. And obviously, with that being a very serious deal, a lot of people are not very thrilled at the fact that some developers are potentially using this for profit. It's definitely a very interesting situation, so make sure to stick around, like this video so more people see it, and also consider subscribing because it would really help me out, as a lot of you guys that watch my stuff don't actually subscribe, and it makes me sad. But this whole topic and debate just involves simply two things: coincidence and poor timing on these people's parts. So I think if you have not been in a coma and have been alive in the world for the past 2 months or so, you're very aware of the ongoing pandemic. You know, schools have been closed and shut down for the rest of the year. All these public events like VidCon and everywhere, we can't even go to them now because they've been shut down. We've all basically been locked inside of our house for the past 2 months or so, and we don't know when that is going to change. But regardless of that, I hope that you all have been being safe, that you have stocked up on toilet paper and all your other essentials, because it's been a wild ride. Now, when it comes to a global breakout of anything, of something going downhill in the world, there will always be people there to try to profit off of it. Like with the virus going around back in like early mid-February, there was a lot of inside trading going around in companies to make sure they wouldn't lose any profit prior to the stock market crash. Lots of really shady things that have been going on in the background. And a lot of us have been shut indoors playing Roblox. Some developers have been capitalizing off of this by making constant updates on their games while everyone's stuck in their house. That's perfectly fine and acceptable, so people have more content while everyone is stuck indoors, you know? But how about making simulators with the premise being based off of the virus that we are talking about? I'm assuming a good majority of you guys are just sitting there shaking your head like, yeah, that's like wrong and is kind of going way too far, because that is precisely what happened on Twitter yesterday to a Roblox game development studio that recently announced their brand new game of Virus Simulator. They've been working the hardest to make sure the game would be released and more updates would be coming soon. It was just an announcement for the game, but man, Roblox did not take it well. There were a lot of people making great points, like Danny saying that this is a waste of development potential and hugely disrespectful to the victims of the current pandemic. J-Bug saying that it's not okay. Other people saying, do you not realize how bad of an idea this is? Now, let's step back for a moment and give these developers the benefit of the doubt. What if it was just a coincidence? What if it was just like, you know, one of those things, they've been working on this game for months and it just came out at a really poor timing, you know? And you know, maybe in theory that is a great defense, but they were totally self-aware as to what's been going around in the world. It's not like they've been huddled away in a shack producing a Roblox game with no sunlight. And even to put this even further, in the thumbnail of the game where they promote it, there are images taken from Google of the virus in specific. And by the way, I better not see people in the comments trying to find a loophole and be like, well, Kaneko Kitten, why are you monetizing this video then? Because my intention is not to profit off of that topic in specific. I'm just talking about a situation that's been going on in the Roblox community. Cut me some slack, I need to get paid too, thanks. It's not like I'm making survive the virus Roblox content in the middle of the pandemic. Like, that's not what I am doing here, okay? But anyway, going back onto the topic, these people got so much backlash from the Roblox community about this game and getting called out that they end up canceling the entire game altogether and released a statement about their type of game. They stated, following the recent disliking of our upcoming game, we have decided to end this project. We are sorry for any trouble we have caused. We did not know a worldwide pandemic would have broken out during the development of this project. We were originally planning on donating a percentage of our funds to the virus. As the project has been discontinued, we will be further searching for a game genre that will suit everyone during these uncertain times. Once again, we are sorry. Honestly, I feel a little bit of sympathy for these guys, because maybe, just maybe they've been working on this game for like, you know, 8-9 months or so, way before all this stuff in the world was going down. But at the same time, you know, I feel like they could have done a little critical thinking here and been like, hey, maybe it probably isn't the best time to announce a game about viruses when there currently is one going around killing people in the world. At best, maybe they could have just made the project be about something else or waited until this all blows over and it just becomes a meme. Let me know how you feel in the comments though. What do you think the developers should have done in this situation? So this would have been able to end the video right here, But there is something else that happened that is also relating to this topic. So you would think that from the massive amount of backlash that one game about being a virus simulator would have been enough to scare off any other Roblox developers from making these type of games at this time. Oh no, and it happened again! In the same day, another development studio called White Hat Studios made a huge tweet saying, "Coming soon, play the all-new virus simulator by White Hat Roblox." And it's just like, bruh. Really? You really couldn't have looked at what recently went down on Twitter and thought that this might have not been a good idea? Just a low IQ moment for a moment, but that's all there is to it. As expected with this game announcement, it got the exact same type of reaction from the Roblox community like the previous one did. People being like, bro, not again? Another virus simulator? Bruh, people pinging me to make a video on this? And just a bunch of very interesting tweets coming down from this tweet. And unlike the other game development studio that dropped cold turkey and canceled the project, White Hat actually did make some good points that I will respond to. He said, "I wanted to tweet out to address some controversy surrounding my new game. Virus Simulator is in no way related to the ongoing pandemic, and it was in development before it started. It is not the Virus Simulator, so please do not get that confused. I do respect the opinions of my fans very much, and to address their concerns, I have added very helpful hints to help out with the pandemic during this time period. Notes like good hand washing practices and how to social distance to the game." Pacifist then responded saying, "Come on man, not another one," and White Hat is like, respectively, "What is wrong with this? This is not the virus simulator. That is a very serious situation and is by no means related to it. This game was inspired by Plague Inc. at the core." I don't think it's about the game here, it's mostly just the time period where it is chosen to be released could not be the worst time. I feel terrible for the developer here because he did say that he started working on this way before everything began, and that's a really awful situation for a developer to be put in, to be apprehensive to release his game due to an ongoing world problem. Some other developers bring up some good points though, saying, "Don't play this off as if it's not a virus simulator. You know exactly what you were doing when you made this game, so quit your sorry excuse of it being just a general virus. It's not hard to see what you're doing here. On the other hand, your developers who are willing to do this entire game should be held accountable too." For me though, 100%, it's really just about the timing of the release of these games. Like, you could have not picked a worse time to release a game with that type of topic. Like, it's just, no. It's literally no. Anyone with half a brain in game development would know that that's not something that you should be putting your hands inside of. Like, once again, this is very serious, and the world is taking it very seriously. Like, there's schools that have been canceled for an entire year in a lot of places. I think Virginia and a couple of other states are starting to do that right now. A lot of real-world people are passing away from this virus exposure. So even by chance, if it wasn't related to this in specific, and was in development prior, you guys could have delayed it, or have not had this come out right in the middle of a global health crisis. It was probably not the smartest idea to go about it. Like, let me give a proper example of how we can apply this to other real-world tragedies, and how it would pretty much have the same effect on Roblox players here. Let's say, for example, another tragedy strikes that's really, really bad, like a shooting, okay? That's just something blown out in the middle of the air. An earthquake. Something that is a tragedy that affects a lot of people. And all of a sudden, a developer decides to make Gun Simulator or Tsunami Simulator up on the front page of Roblox. Do you see how poorly that would fly, potentially? It looks really shady and tasteless is the point that I'm trying to get across. And even if by chance these developers were working on this game prior to the whole pandemic being a real-world problem, they had every opportunity to delay the game. They have every opportunity to release it at a different time period, not during a global health crisis, man. So you can't be surprised at the amount of backlash that these games are going to receive. Anyway, that's pretty much it. No hate towards these developers at all. I was just kind of formulating the situation and making it much more digestible for the average viewer. But do let me know how you feel about this in the comment section. Do you feel like the developers, it would have been a much smarter case to just delay the games and not release them during this time period? Let me know how you feel in the comment section. I really am curious to see what type of discussion will spark from this video. And also, once again, I hope you all have been being safe and washing your hands and taking care of yourself during these trying times. There's a lot of depression going around in the world because we're all trapped indoors, but we will get through this, and we will go back to normal fairly soon. But regardless, I'm out. I'm Kaneko Kitten. I hope you found this Roblox video enjoyable and or slightly entertaining. If you did, make sure to leave a like on this video. Consider subscribing for daily Roblox content, and I will hopefully see you guys, girls, or whatever in my next Roblox video tomorrow. I'm Kaneko, and I'll catch you all soon with another Roblox video soon. Peace!